Come into the room. I don't know when you may find this message. I don't know when you may listen to it. I don't know. But I do know that this message is for someone. As we push this reset button today, I say, come into the room, chosen ones, where there's love, there's peace, there's joys, there's overflow. The room where there's nothing but oneness and a presence that's always available. And you leave everything on the side of that door once again. Laying down our burdens, laying down our anxiety, laying down our concerns, our wonders. Just laying it down and kneeling in the presence. When I say kneeling, I'm talking about allowing the mind to relax in the presence. Because in this presence, there's liberty. In this presence, all things are made new. God is always moving. God is already moving on your behalf. Especially if you're seeking the kingdom of God first and all his righteousness. And that means everything that aligns you up for your highest and greatest good, that's keeping you in a vibration of vibing with the presence, this mother father presence, that where you don't have to force anything, you don't have to fight it, you don't have to strive, you just thrive in the presence because it's already moving on your behalf. So as we seek the kingdom of God and all his righteousness first, all things, every substance, everything is no longer a desire, it's no longer a want, it just is, will be added unto you. Matthew 6:33. So as we stand in this presence on day 5 of seeking the kingdom of God first, I want to remind you that intimacy is also a narrative with God. Intimacy is also a source of priority with this presence. Because how can you have a relationship with something if you're not intimate with it? Because you don't know his language if you're not intimate with it. You get so caught up in the world, you get so caught up in how the world is doing, you get caught up in the relationships that you have on this outside, to where it's moving you away from the presence that revealed already to you, that already stated that all things work together for your good. So God is calling you in this moment to have an intimate relationship with this self. And when you have an intimate relationship with this spirit, you'll be mindful that you'll be reminded of what worshiping God in spirit and truth really means. Because if you can't worship this presence in spirit, how can you love yourself the way you say you love yourself? How can you respond to situations when you don't know how to respond to something that says, I know what you're craving, I know what you're asking for, I know what you're seeking, I know what you're desiring, I first knew you, I first loved you before you even came into this physical form. But you came in a fleshly form to become more aware and be available to see, taste, touch, and feel. That's why I gave you those emotions, those senses, so you can feel me, touch me, know me, just vibe with me. So James 4:8 says, draw near to God and he will draw near to you. That is a promise. That's just not poetry. That is a promise. That is a confirmation. That is a principle that when you draw near to God, God will draw near to you. That before you call, he's answered you. Before you answer, she's already doing it before you, orchestrating things on your behalf. So the reflection of the day is spiritual growth is not about perfection. You don't have to be perfect in this presence. It's about proximity. How close are you to this presence? How close are your thoughts to? How close is your heart to? Are you captivated by it? Or are you just saying you know me? The closer you get, the closer you draw to God, the more clearly you hear its voice saying, here, I know what you want. Here, I know what you are. Here, I know what's right for you. Seeking the kingdom of God spiritually means prioritizing the presence above all else. Because when you prioritize this presence, less things will be able to come into your vicinity. Won't be able to come into your proximity so close because you're not hanging low. You're dwelling in a place that can't nothing reach you but the love of God and the fullness thereof. So I ask you in this moment, what is the one way that you can draw closer to God today? Laying it all down, saying, God, here I am and all that I'm not. I believe, but help my unbelief. I trust that all things are working together for my good because I know you're already moving on my behalf. That's the love of God. So I had to take a moment to come back into the room to share this with somebody that needs it in this moment. To tell you that God is always moving. Even in your moment where you feel like nothing is happening, that is the most that God is moving in and saying, trust me. Trust me when you can't even sense me. Trust me when you can't even feel it. Trust me when you can't even see it. Just trust me. Because that's the relationship that I have with you. And that is the relationship I want with you. You guys, I love you and you cannot take it back. Stay focused and motivated in the grace that is keeping you. And remember, you're crafted by greatness. And there's a love available. So throughout the day, before you get caught up in the challenges, just say, God is here and God is moving. And I'm going to stand still and know that this presence is working it out for my good. I love you. Have a great one. And you cannot take it back. It's me, God.